Just where it was needed, gleaming black as night, cloistered in injustice, dead in the eye of time. Nobody is losing, faces merchant change, but your face remains the same. Swallows will be here by dawn, and when we're finally sober, they'll be gone. The trees will bloom and ice will melt. We'll always remember how it felt.
Welcome to another weekly reading vlog. This week it is Polarthon, and as you can tell, I am not at home. I am still at Jade's. It is Monday and I'm going home tomorrow. You can probably hear Finn wandering about. Jake's just been back for his lunch, so Finn's all worked up. But I am reading wintry polar books this week, and I'm really excited. So I have decided to start the week off with Winter House by Ben Gutterson. I was already 40 pages into this because I started it back in December and never got any further. I didn't manage to finish it, so I decided I wanted to save it for Polarthon. And last night I did carry on after I finished European Travels for the Monstrous Gentlewomen. I did carry on and I got to page 105 of this last night. So I am planning on finishing this today and hopefully starting something else that I can then finish on my way home from Jade's tomorrow, because I've got a 4-hour drive home tomorrow. So hopefully I can finish another book tomorrow and have a really good start to the week. I'm very excited. Winter House is following a young girl called Elizabeth. Yes, Elizabeth Summers. She's an orphan and she currently lives with her aunt and uncle, and they've shipped her off to Winter House, this hotel, for Christmas. Yeah. Christmas. And I think not all is as it seems. I think there's going to be some mysteries and there's going to be puzzles throughout this. It's really good. It's quite an interactive book, and I'm listening to the audiobook, which is great. So I'm having a good time so far, really enjoying it. Jade is here. Say hi, Jade.
Oh, hi. Am I on the screen? I haven't got my glasses and I can't.
Yeah, just.
Hi. I'm in my house. Unheard of.
I know. How dare she? Oh, and there's Finn's butt. Enjoy. We are going to be starting sprints in the next 20 minutes to get some reading done, so I'm really excited. I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be a good time. You will have already seen some b-roll of me starting this last night and picking it off Jade's shelf. I didn't bother to bring any of my Polarthon books because Jade's got them all.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to use hers while I'm here. There was no point carting them down if I didn't need to. I've just taken an Instagram picture and posted that. I'll show a picture of it here in case you're interested. Of my general TBR. I have swapped out Northchild. If you saw my Feb TBR, I've swapped out Northchild for Nordic Tales because Jade said, Finny, what's the matter?
The matter is that Daddy is gone.
How dare he go back to work?
No.
So cute.
Just watching for him, waiting for him to come back now.
He's gonna be waiting a while, Finn. So yeah, I did swap out Northchild for Nordic Tales because Jade said that Northchild is basically the same story as Echo North. It's a retelling of the same story.
Yeah, they're both retellings of East of the Sun, West of the Moon, so like they are very similar.
Yeah.
Because they have the same plot points.
And I have this issue with reading books with the same storyline at the same time, obviously.
Yeah, I think anyone would.
Yeah, so...
Don't get me wrong, I love both of them.
Yeah.
But if you read them like in the same week, you're gonna, like, one of them's gonna fall short.
Yeah.
Because it's similar, yeah. Sorry, I'm just
it's
rejigging
all right,
the furniture.
So, which is what happened to me last year with In My Dreams I Hold a Knife and The It Girl, because they were the same storyline and I read them both within a week of each other. So I decided to swap that one out for Nordic Tales. It's a short story collection of Nordic Tales, so I'm excited to read that one. Jade read it last year for Polarthon and it was a good time, so I'm going to read that one this year instead.
The audiobook is really good for it because it feels like you're being read bedtime stories.
Yeah, which I'm excited about, and I have the audiobook because I got it last year and then Jade listened to my audiobook of it.
Yes, I did.
You did. It's a good time.
Yeah.
So that's my plan. That is my TBR for the week, but I couldn't get it off the shelf because my airbed was in the way. So it's not in my picture.
Oh, you couldn't get Nordic Tales.
I did try, but I couldn't get it off. So
Deflated the bed. We could have just pumped it back up again.
it's all right.
Okay, it's done now.
Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna get ourselves set up and ready for sprints. But I just thought I would introduce the vlog, say hi, have Jade say hi.
Hi.
And
Finn, say hi.
have Finn say hi. He's still here waiting for his dad.
Hi.
Say hi, Finn. He's looking right at the camera.
He's looking right at it. Oh, distracted by a car.
That's a nice little picture for the thumbnail.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna go and I will check back in with you later when I've got something to update you on. Probably when I finished Winter House, to be honest. Try. Oh, bye then. Okay, hello. It is Monday evening still Monday even. Hi, Finny boy. It's currently 25 to 6. Can you smell my mascara? And we're just getting ready to go out for some tea. We're going to Prezzo at 6:30 for tea. But I thought I would come on and give you an update. What did I do with Winter House? There it is. I have finished my first book for Polarthon. I read Winter House by Ben Gutterson. I was already 40 pages into this when I started it, and then last night, well, early hours of this morning, I got to page 104 and I've just finished it now. I really enjoyed this. I had a good time. I enjoyed Elizabeth's character and I even enjoyed Norbridge as well. His character and the friend that she makes. I think he's called... Shit, I've just finished the book. Freddie. I enjoyed him too, and I'm really excited that I've got books 2 and 3 in this series so that I continue probably pretty quickly. I might try and do them in March for final book because there's only 2 more books to do and they're quite fast paced as well. So Potentially, no promises. But yeah, really enjoyed this. I haven't put it through Corpile yet, but I'm reckoning about a 4-star. So glad that I have managed to complete that one. And this one was for, I put it down in my TBR as adventure, but this one would actually probably fit cold cover more, and then the way past winter would fit adventure more as well. I did say in the TBR video that those two are interchangeable, so I have completed one of my prompts. And the next one that I'm going to pick up when we get back from Prezzo, from town, I am going to be reading Echo North by Joanna Ruth Mayer, which is one of Jade's favourites. So I'm really excited to read this one. I believe this is a East of the Sun, West of the Moon retelling, and I have now read the original East of the Sun, West of the Moon, so I know the original story, which is good news. I didn't want to pick one of these up before I knew that story, because otherwise there's no point. So yeah, looking forward to this one. I don't know specifically what this one is about yet, but once I know, I will let you know. Once I'm into the book a little bit, I'll come back and let you know about it. It's following a girl called Echo, I think. Her father leaves the city and mysteriously disappears. She thinks he's lost forever, is shocked to find him half frozen in a winter forest 6 months later, guarded by a strange talking wolf, the same creature who attacked her as a child. And I think she's going to have to solve this mystery of the wolf's enchantment while trying to save herself and her father. So yeah, looking forward to it. My battery is dying, so I'm going to go and finish off getting ready so that we can go out for tea. And I'm really excited, having a good time so far. Jade's also doing amazing today, so she's on her second, oh, speak of the devil. And oh, I love it. So pretty. We both bought new dresses the other day in New Look, and we're both wearing them, so look at us go. Your face is beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
I like your lipstick.
Thank you very much.
Right, I'm gonna go because my battery's dying, so I'll see you in a little bit, I've no doubt, if not in the morning. Tuesday. And I'm going home today. We're all quite sad about it.
Especially Finn.
Especially Finn. Yeah, he's really sad about it. But I thought I better come on and update you, because the last thing I told you last night was that I'm picking up Echo North because I finished Winter House. I ended up finishing another book in between this. It was only a short one, but it's The White Fox by Jackie Morris. This one could fit for cold cover. it could fit 4 adventure as well. What else did I get? Oh no, I only did 5, didn't I? 3 polar fantasies, an adventure, and a cold cover. Yeah. So cold cover or adventure. So if I don't manage to get to like the Way Past Winter, which is the only other one that I was picking for one of those, then this one could cover it, which is great news. But this was really, really sweet. It follows this young boy called Sol, and there's an Arctic fox at his dad's workplace in Seattle, and they're not sure how it's got there, and it ends up getting the guys that work there, including his dad, end up trapping this Arctic fox, and he's like, Dad, it's not right, we can't let anyone hurt him, we need to take him back to Alaska, which is apparently where they're originally from. His mum has passed away, and they end up kind of like on this adventure to go see his grandparents and take this Arctic fox back for Arctic fox back home and see his grandparents. So it was just really, really beautiful. The illustrations in here are gorgeous as well. Jade's mentioned in her vlog already this week, but Jackie Morris is actually more known for being an artist rather than I mean, she's both an artist and an author, but she's more so an artist than an author, and her illustrations are just beautiful. So really enjoyed this, gave it 5 stars. I have run it through Copal, I'm lying, but I gave it 5 stars. It was just so beautiful, such a nice story, and the illustrations are gorgeous. So really like this one. So if for whatever reason I don't get to the Way Past Winter, that will count for that prompt, but if I do, then I've read an extra book this week. And then I did last night get to page 201 of Echo North, so I think I have a couple of hours of this left on audio, so I think I'm going to give it a listen on the way home and try and finish this on my route home. I'm really enjoying it. It's going really, really well. I really like this story. I am glad that although I haven't finished Nordic Tales, I did want to read the East of the Sun, West of the Moon original tale within that book, because I wanted to make sure that I knew that story before I picked up this or North Child, which at the time I didn't know was an East of the Sun, West of the Moon retelling, but it is, or East of the Sun, West of the Moon by Jackie Morris. So because I've got all of them and I really want to read them at some point.
You can tell that I've had an influence with how many East of the Sun, West of the Moon books you want to read.
You know what though, I've always loved, I never knew that Beauty and the Beast was originally a retelling of East of the Sun, West of the Moon. I've always loved that movie and the storyline, so it's not really surprising. But
we could go even further and say East of the Sun, West of the Moon is technically a retelling of Cupid and Psyche.
Wow.
Everything's a retelling of something.
Yeah. But yeah, I am really enjoying this one. I enjoy Echo's character. I enjoy the whole they've got a thing in here where the library is not like a normal library, so when she's reading the book she's actually within the story with other characters, and I'm really enjoying that. There's a guy called Hal, there's the wolf, there's obviously her dad and stepmom. Her stepmom is a bitch and I hate her. Her brother is the sweetest being on the planet, and their relationship reminds me of me and Matt. Aww. They are adorable. I loved the beginning with her and her brother. I just thought they were really sweet, and he's like just so nice to her. Basically Echo in the beginning of this is it in the synopsis?
I'm gonna go check on Pinback.
Yeah, so in the beginning of this she's attacked by a wolf, and she's got a scar right down one side of her face that like covers her eye, and right up to like it lifts her lip and stuff. And ever since then she's kind of felt like she doesn't really belong. She gets bullied at does she get bullied at school? That was the White Fox. But she's felt like she doesn't really belong, and she's struggled for a really, really long time. So she wants to go to university and all this lot. Her dad remarries. The mum, as always with these things, is a wicked stepmom and is very mean to her. Her brother's adorable with her, and then one night her dad, they're struggling with money, and her dad decides that he's going to go into town. It's going to be like a 3-week trip to sell some stuff, and after a month and a half or so he's not returned. She has a Barney with her stepmom, and she storms out, and she ends up coming across her dad in the forest, very weak, very close to dying, and he ends up being saved. This white fox basically says to her, I will save your dad if you will come and live with me for a year. So she does that, and she's now living with the white fox. She's trying to figure out what's going on and everything. There is obviously a curse and stuff on this place where the white fox lives and on him, and she's in and out of the library daily, going on these adventures with characters within the books. So yeah, that's where I'm up to with that, but I'm really enjoying it, having a good time with it. Has potential, I would say, to be a 5-star read. I'm not gonna lie. I know Jade will be buzzing. She was asked the question yesterday during Polarthon sprints, what's your favourite book that you've read during Polar Fantasy? And in my head I had
During Polar Fantasy.
During Polarthon. In my head, I didn't say it out loud because I didn't want to influence her decision, but in my head I had Echo North by Joanna Ruth Mayer or East of the Sun, West of the Moon by Jackie Morris. And you took your time, didn't you?
I did.
She took several minutes to answer the question, and she said, I think it would probably be Echo North by Jackie, no, every time.
Oh, sorry, my mum's calling me.
By Joanna Ruth Mayer or maybe East of the Sun, West of the Moon by Jackie Morris. And I had those in my head, like, I swear to God. I didn't say them out loud because I didn't want to influence them, but yeah, those would have been my choices for her as well. So having a good time, enjoying my books. This has been a really long, rambly update, but I'm gonna start getting myself packed up in the car and ready to go. I will probably flick this on again to do like a goodbye and stuff. She's had to nip to go and have a call with her mum, but yeah, I'll probably record again to say goodbye to Jade and Finn, and then we will be en route back up north. I'm gonna nip to the cakery as well while I'm here to get some cake for my family because they were pissed last time I came down. I didn't get any, so I'm gonna do that as well. So yeah, you will see me again in a minute saying bye to everyone, and I might, if it's not too busy, try and get a little clip in the bakery. But yeah, I will see you in a second. Hello, told you I'd be back. I mean, for us it's been more than a couple of seconds, but for you it's been a couple of seconds.
It has been a little bit longer, yeah.
It's currently 11:05 and I've packed the car, I'm about to go home. Jade's living room's looking a bit more tidy again.
I was gonna say, like, it looks so much bigger in here now.
Wouldn't mind, I like kept it all to one place as well.
You did, yeah.
So yeah, Finn's looking out the window. Bless him.
He wants to go see Nanny.
He does, so Jade's gonna go see her mum with Finn back, and I'm gonna go home. We're not happy about this situation, are we?
You're not going anywhere.
We never are happy about this situation, I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, say bye to the vlog.
Bye.
That side eye. If you watch Jade's vlog, you'll know why. Yeah, I'm gonna go, so I will check back in with you probably once I get home, let you know whether or not.
Please don't check in before you get home, you'll be driving, that would be very unsafe.
Alright. Let you know whether or not I did actually in fact finish Echo North or whether I just sung all the way home. I could do with finishing it really, but I could really do. I'm quite tired.
I think singing all the way home is a good idea, and then you can listen to the audiobook when you get home. You've only got like 2 hours left or something.
Yeah. True. So yeah, I'll keep you posted. I'll let you know. I've got to go fill the car up and drop a book off at the premiere around the corner, and then go to the cakery and then go home.
Oh wow, you've got a few stops to do actually.
I have, yeah. So I will speak to you when I'm home. Bye, rat bag. Bye, fanny bag. Okay, hi, good morning. I'm coming to you from Andy's bedroom. I got back from Jade's yesterday, and I listened to Tara's every single time. I got back from Jade yesterday. I made it in really good time. I shaved about 15 minutes off my trip. So I think I made it in around about probably 4 hours on the dot, but I did stop a couple times as well. So pretty good. Pretty happy with that. I nipped home to grab some clothes and ditch the rest of my stuff, and then came straight to Andy's for the next couple of days. I've got work today and tomorrow. So I am about to set off for work in a second, but I wanted to give you a quick update on reading. I didn't manage to finish Echo North yesterday on the way home. I did play it for a little bit, so I played some tunes for a bit, and then I did play it for a little bit in the car. I was stopped. Don't panic, I wasn't fucking about on my phone while I was driving. But it kept stopping, and it was driving me insane because I was driving, so then I couldn't do anything about it. So I just put the music back on because the audiobook kept stopping, and I'm not sure why. So I did manage to listen to a bit of Echo North. I actually managed to listen to more than I thought I did. So I'm now on, I was on page 201, and I'm now on page 289 on chapter 31. So I don't have a great deal left. I think I have, the audiobook says I have about, because I bumped it down to 2.5 while I was driving because I've been listening to it at 3 times speed. So an hour and 4 minutes left. So I might, if I get a chance today at work, try and listen to that on audiobook and finish it off. So then I've finished with my 3rd book for Polarthon. But I am still really enjoying it, having a very good time with this one, and I'm very intrigued. And my prediction has come true as well. I predicted it with Jade yesterday. Not yesterday, the day before. I was like, oh, I think this thing. And she was like, well, how is that even possible? And I don't know if she was trying to deter me or if she forgot. I'm not sure. But either way, I was correct. So I'm very happy with that as well. So I am about to go to work. It's time for me to get to my day job. And then I'll be seeing Thomas a bit later. And then back to Andy's this evening, and then back to work tomorrow. It always makes sense for me to stay at his Tuesday and Wednesday because I have work on Wednesdays and Thursdays, and he lives around the corner from my brother. So rather than me travelling in, which I absolutely hate to do, it's not that far, I'm just fucking lazy. And today as well, I would not have done it. I would have found some reason not to come in because I'm knackered, and I don't really want to be spending a great deal of time in the car today because I spent so much in the car yesterday. So yeah, but I've got to get myself to work. I've got a couple of things I need to give back to my brother. His earphones, he wanted to swap earphones. He got some new earphones the other day, but mine are better, and he wanted to swap them and see whether or not we could make a deal on them. He's a little sneaky bugger, and this is what siblings are for. So I took his headphones with me to Jade's, and I literally managed them for about half an hour before they started hurting my ears. And I was like, yeah, no, we won't be swapping on these. He doesn't know yet, so gotta tell him the good news. So yeah, I'm gonna go and take his cake to him as well, because I got him some cake yesterday on my way home from Jade's. And he's gonna be very excited. I've got him a jammy dodger cake, and I got Tara a Biscoff one, so she's going to be buzzing her little head off because she loves Biscoff. So yeah, I'm going to make a move. I do apologise if that traffic was very loud then. Andy lives on a main road, and I've opened the window a little bit. So I will check back in with you later, maybe not this evening. Maybe I might get some B-roll of Thomas. Nailed it. I keep saying B-reel. Ask Jade how many times I said be real this weekend instead of B-roll. So I am going to go to work, and I will see you in a bit. Where is he? Oh, he's behind me. I thought you were in the kitchen. Do it again. Again. 8. Yes, I'm wearing the same jumper as yesterday. No, I'm not sorry. And I'm finally home. So I did get back this afternoon after work and did some reading, and then I've just had the premiere for Final Book Support Group. If you would like to go and check that announcement video out, I will leave it up here so you can go and do that. It was very exciting, everyone is very excited, and I'm very, very happy, thank goodness. But update on reading. So I have finished Echo North now by Joanna Ruth Mayer, and I really enjoyed this. I gave it 5 stars. It was so good. I really, really enjoyed it. I've just had the second one in this series delivered as well. I got it off of from Wordery, so I've just had that delivered, so at some point I will be able to continue on with this series. But I really, really enjoyed it. Lots of twists towards the end with regards to the reveal on the curse and stuff, and I just had a very good time. It was such a good book. So great shout from Jade, because she's been recommending me this one for a while now, and I had a good time. So third book for Polarthon finished, second 5-star for Polarthon as well, and I'm now going to pick up The Way Past Winter by Kieran Millwood Hargreave. I know I said while I was at Jade's that the White Fox could count for the prompt for this one, which is adventure, so I wouldn't necessarily need to read it, but this has been on my TBR for so long, and I think I should give it the time of day. So, and I do still want to try and get through the other books that are on my TBR. This is the, I have 3 books left, including this one. So I do want to get through this one. On the back it says, Mila wakes to find her brother Oscar has gone. A dark clue suggests he's followed a stranger who visited them in the night. Then she learns that all the boys in the village have vanished except one, the boy mage called Rune. Together, Mila and Rune set out to find them in the extraordinary journey across snowy mountains to the furthest corner of the frozen north. I have read from Kieran Millwood Hargreave before. I've read Julia and the Shark and Layla and the Blue Fox, so I know I like her writing style. So I'm very, very intrigued indeed by this one. It's not too long. I do have the audiobook. I'm not sure how long it will take me to get through. So on 2.5 speed, about 1 hour and 49 minutes. So I reckon I can finish this evening, which will be nice. And then potentially take Nordic Tales, this one, up to bed with me. I have already started this one as well. I started it a while ago. In fact, I don't have long left of this either. I'm currently on page 103. So I don't have too long left of this to go either. So maybe I could finish both of these this evening potentially. We will see. But if not, I might just listen to 1 or 2 more of the stories out of here. They are a bit like bedtime stories. And then tomorrow I can finish this and try and get through Lisa Ludek's book, which is Storm of Ice and Stars, which will wrap up a series for me as well, which is great news. So yeah, and that'll be Friday. So I will have finished my TBR at that point for Polarthon. I don't know how much reading I'm going to get done over the weekend, because Saturdays are usually the days I spend time with Andy and half of Sunday, and then I've got the What If watch along with my patrons. We're watching 5 episodes of What If on Sunday and finishing the rest off on Thursday next week. So I do need to, I don't know if I'll have time to fit anything else in. I could potentially do another, we'll see how tomorrow goes, but I could potentially do another spin and see what comes up and see if I can make anything fit, see if I can finish something off. I don't want to end up with something running into next week, so it would need to be something that I can finish. So if like adventure or cold cover or ice and snow or something cropped up, maybe I could find a graphic novel that would suit. So we'll see what happens, but I will keep you posted. I'm going to go and dive into this one now, and I will check back in with you when I've got an update for you. Good afternoon. This is a look, isn't it? It's Friday. I had big plans to edit and film some stuff today and then read a bunch, and as you can see, those plans have not gone to plan. So I do have a cracking headache, and I'm really hoping I can prevent it becoming a migraine. This headache's been attacking me for a week, just over a week. I remember saying to my brother on Friday morning last week when I had the funeral that I had a cracking headache then. So it's been attacking me in and out for about a week now, and I think I've basically just made the decision that today is going to be a rest day, whether that be, I'm clearly in bed, this is where I am, whether that be just watching a bunch of TV, sleeping a bunch, reading a bunch. I've combined all of those things already today. I have eaten, I've been drinking some water. I've even done one of Jade's tricks and got a Monster. It's the Lewis Hamilton Monster. I actually really like the taste of that one. I usually only drink the white one, but they didn't have it in the shop, so I picked that one up. It's really good. So that's what I've been doing. But to give you an update on what's been going on, I did finish The Way Past Winter, which I started reading last night. I didn't finish it last night because I could feel that I was getting tired, so I went to bed and watched a little bit of TV. And I've finished this one this afternoon. So I've given this one 3 stars, 3.5 if I gave half stars. It was good. I liked the adventure, I liked the trip they went on, I liked the storyline with Oscar going missing and his sister Mila going looking for him. And I liked that the other siblings got involved as well, Pippa and Sana. And I really enjoyed the character of Rune as well. It was very interesting, so I had a good time with this one. 3 stars, just not a favourite. It was fine. And then I did finish off Nordic Tales as well. I've just been listening to this one as well, and again 3 if not 3.5 stars for this one. There were some that I preferred more than others. I definitely really enjoyed the East of the Sun, West of the Moon retelling, but I wasn't aware of any of the others, I'm not gonna lie. So 3.5 stars for that one. So that's another 2 books down, so I'm now 5 books down, which means that I should probably mute this because I don't know if you can hear it, but I've got an ASMR room on and I forgot that it was on. It's just a winter stormy one. I don't even think you can see it. So 5 books down. I have actually completed all of my prompts with those books. I was going to move on to A Storm of Ice and Stars by Lisa Ludek, but honestly my brain, I just don't think I can consume any more like I don't know, a novel. I'm struggling with words today, more so than usual, and I kind of fancy a graphic novel or a manga. So basically what I've done is, in my brain, we have rearranged everything. So I had an adventure, I had a cold cover, and I had 3 polar fantasies. So for the cold cover we've got Winter House. For the adventure we've got The White Fox, which is the book that I read at Jade's by Jackie Morris. Then for the 3 polar fantasies, we've got The Way Past Winter, because that's actually a polar fantasy as well. I've googled it, I've checked. We've got Nordic Tales, and we've got Echo North. So I have completed all 5 prompts. So on that basis, we are going to do another spin and hope that I don't get polar fantasy and that I get something that I can make fit for a manga, which won't be polar by any means. It won't even be close to polar, I don't think. But you don't have to read polar fantasies, that's the whole point. Okay, so let's spin this wheel and see what we get. Okay, adventure. Let's see what I can find with adventure. Okay, this is a choice. I have decided, there was a couple of options. I could have even gone for the Adventure Zone Volume 4. Volume 5 comes out very, very soon, so I could have gone for that. But I could have also gone for Die Volume 2. But I think I decided to go for Little, oh no, Witch Hat Talia Volume 2. I'm getting myself confused with Little, what's it called? The one that Jade didn't like. Little Witch Academia. I'm gonna go for this one, Witch Hat Talia Volume 2. I read Volume 1, really enjoyed it, and on the back it says the magical adventure that took Japan by storm. So it is an adventure. This one follows Coco, and in the first one she wanted to become a witch, and she ends up being taken under the wing of this witch, who then says that he can train her. So she's an apprentice to Quifrey, and there is now like a trio of the girls who are his apprentices. One of the other girls was not happy about this situation. She was not happy about Coco joining them, but I think in the first one we had some stuff go down that means that that's not necessarily the case anymore. So I'm looking forward to this one, so I'm going to carry on with this series, I think, and read a volume of this, and then we might come back, depending on how quick I get through this, we might come back and do another spin, see if I can get another one on. I would really like, I can't remember what other spins are on here, but Ice and Snow, Cold World, oh sorry, Cold Word, Magical, Watery, Foiled Cover, Animal Friend, Adventure, Cold Cover. Oh, fair. I really want to read Dreaming Sun Volume 3, but I don't think I can get that one on because, I mean, it says Animal Friend. There is a panda on the back. I can't remember what the reasoning behind the panda is because it's been ages since I've read it, but I don't think that would fit for any of the prompts, so might have to scratch that one. But yeah, let's go with this one. Okay, hey, so I have finished Witch Hat Talia Volume 2 even. I've also taken off, I'm going to take these off because they're reflecting telly. I've taken off the migraine patch because I've had it on most of the day. I don't want to give my head a break before I put another one on when I go to bed later. So it is currently 5:30. God, I hadn't realised it was that late. I have finished this one, really enjoyed it. It's left on a massive cliffhanger and I'm dying to pick up the second one. But you have just seen me do 2 more spins because I am picking up graphic novels and manga now. I would like to have like a few on the go. So really enjoyed this one. I haven't run it through Corpile yet, but I reckon it's going to get 4-star. It's definitely keeping me hooked and I'm really enjoying this series, so thanks to Jade for the recommendation. But yeah, having a good time with it. It's going, that's for sure, and I'm really enjoying it. We've had the introduction of some bad knights now, which Knights Morales, which I think some bad things are going to happen. But I'm enjoying it either way. I'm having a very good time. One of the other main characters though, I can never pronounce her name properly. Oh God, I can pronounce her name properly, it's one of the other girls, but God, I just find her, I'm not a big fan of hers, and I understand why she's in this, and she does bring a lot to the story, but I'm not a huge fan of hers. I just think she's quite entitled and thinks that she's better than everybody else, and I know that's her aim, but I'm not a huge fan. I'm hoping I warm up to her a little bit more as we continue. So around 4 stars for this one. Obviously at the end of the week I will give you a roundup of what I have read. Then we did get a cold cover, and I struggled a little bit with this one because I don't have many cold cover graphic novels, or if I do, I've read them. So I did decide to go for Clementine Book 1 by Tilly Walden. I think that this has got a quite a cold cover on it. This is from the world, I think the world of, yeah, from the world of Robert Kirkman's The Walking Dead. On a perilous journey north, Clementine meets up with a handful of wayward teenagers attempting to build a walker-free settlement, but as friendship, rivalry and romance begins to blossom among the group, The harsh winter soon reveals that the biggest threat they face might be each other. A coming-of-age tale of survival written and illustrated by two-time Eisner Award winner Tilly Walden, spinning on a sunbeam, and are you listening? I've read from Tilly Walden before, I've read On a Sunbeam before and enjoyed it, and I do want to pick up more from them, so I'm really excited for this one because I did used to watch The Walking Dead. I got to season 5 like twice and just stopped watching, but I would like to carry on, and especially with the release of the new series that are going to be coming out. So there's the one that's going to have Rick and Michonne in it, and then there's also Daryl's series as well. I think they're 2 separate series if I remember correctly, unless they're in the same one. But either way, I am very intrigued about this one, so I've picked this one for cold cover. And then I did get Magical, which I'm buzzing about because that means I can pick up Witch Heart Talia Volume 3. I looked at the thing, and Adventure and Magical, you know what, Animal Friend might work as well for this because she's got like a little wiggly thing that looks like a worm, Coco, that's actually part of her scribing set, I think, but it's like an animal, it moves like a worm, it looks like a worm, so I could have picked that as well, but I think I would have been stretching it. So Magical and Adventure works for this, and Magical came up, so I'm really happy about it. So I'm going to pick up that one as well, and if I get to a point where I'm doing more rolls, great, but if not, I've got 2 to keep me going there, so I stop coming back and doing this constantly. So I'm just going to go and get in bed, to be honest. Andy's just phoned me to tell me that Clarkson's Farm Series 2 has just come on as well, so I might stick that on for a little bit, but I don't imagine I'm probably going to eat much tonight. I had a Subway for my lunch, I'm still feeling quite full from that. So I envisage that I might read for a bit longer, watch some Clarkson's Farm, and maybe go to sleep really early to try and get rid of this headache. I don't want it taking over the whole weekend. He's not well as well, he's full of a head cold. So whether or not I see him this weekend, I don't know, because he's very restless at the moment and not sleeping very well. The last 2 nights, not last night, but the 2 nights previous, Tuesday and Wednesday night, I didn't sleep much at all because he was very restless and up and down all night. And when I stay, he can't put the telly on. Normally what happens is when he can't sleep, he puts the telly on. But because I've stayed, he can't put the telly on. He doesn't want to disturb me. But I'm a very light sleeper. So even him just tossing and turning or getting up, going to the bathroom or going sitting in the kitchen for a little bit disturbs me. So yeah, it's better for both of us if I don't go round to his. Whether or not that will be the whole weekend, I don't know. I'll be sad, I think, if it is, but it means I can get a bunch more reading done. If I'm feeling better, maybe some filming as well. So we'll see what happens with that tomorrow. I can't believe how rough I look. I do apologise, but this is reality, so maybe I don't apologise. This is life. If I didn't come on to tell you this and just wrapped everything up on Sunday, you might be more pissed than just to see me looking this way, to be honest. So yeah, I'm gonna go get in bed, curl up and read for a little bit longer and watch some Clarkson's Farm. I think, yeah, that's what I'm going to do the rest of my evening. I think you might not hear from me again, but I might do some clips of the insides of these, and I'll check back in with you maybe tomorrow if I'm feeling better. Hello, good afternoon. It is Saturday. It's bloody cold today. I went for a walk this morning, I had a shower. I'm feeling much better after yesterday's headache, thank goodness. Can still feel it niggling a little bit, but hopefully I'm alright. It's currently 1:20 and I have some reading updates for you. I'm just trying to get the spinner up again so that we can give it another bash in a minute. So first of all, I did just want to show you that Heartstopper Volume 3 has come in from Fairly. This is the hardback. Look at those sprayed edges. It's absolutely beautiful. It is signed by Alice and the end papers are gorgeous. And underneath the dust jacket, look how adorable this is. I'm obsessed, so very happy to have that to add to my collection. And then update on reading. Last night I did read Clementine by Tilly Walden. I gave this 4 stars. I enjoyed this. There is a lot of mixed reviews on Goodreads for this, but I really liked it. I love the world of The Walking Dead. I have read some of The Walking Dead, but I'm partway through my first omnibus. I only have the first one actually, to be honest. Is it called an omnibus? you know, collection of the graphic novels. I'm partway through that, so I have read some of the graphic novels. I am aware of the Walking Dead world outside of the series, but I've also watched up to season 5 as well. So I enjoyed this. It was good. Following Clementine, who ends up, she's a bit of a loner. She has a disability. She only has one leg. She's got a prosthetic on the other leg. And we follow her finding her way into this Amish camp, essentially, and they help her out with making her a new prosthetic, and then also sending her, like, she's continuing up north, and they send her on her way with some medicines and some other things to help clean her leg, because she's not been keeping an eye on it properly. But a boy called Amos ends up joining her on this journey. He is also going north to help out a group of people who have asked for help to kind of build a new settlement on the top of a mountain where the dead can't get to them. So they end up travelling together up until a certain point, and then she doesn't feel comfortable about leaving him on his own, so she ends up going with him. The people that they end up finding, there's only a handful of them, and they're young, like the two of them. So, and it kind of goes to shit, if you like. I'm very excited for volume 2, which comes out later on this year. I think it's June or July this year. So I am looking forward to continuing on with this. There's going to be 3 volumes. Tilly Walden's already confirmed that in the back of the book. So yeah, I had a good time with it. I'm not a huge fan of the illustration style and the... I gave it 3 stars, sorry, not 4. And the I did feel like the story jumped about a little bit. Sometimes you couldn't really see what was going on in the illustration and things like that. But overall, I really did enjoy it. 3 stars for that one. And then I have just finished Witch Hat Talia Volume 3. I'm really loving this series. I don't know what else to tell you other than I'm really enjoying it. I obviously don't want to spoil it, but I am really enjoying this series, and I did end up buying, because I've only got up to Volume 4, I did end up buying Volumes 5 to 11 last night. I think there's 11 volumes in total, with more coming out, maybe. I can't remember if that was this series or a different series, I'm not sure. I've been on a little bit of a manga buying... I don't know where I was going with that sentence at all. My train of thought entirely just shut down then. A manga buying binge is where I was going with that sentence. That was a struggle. Good lord. Yeah, I've got on a manga buying binge. I nearly did it again, because I've bought like all of Dreaming Sun. I bought volumes 1 to 10 the other day off of eBay. I already had 1 to 5, but in order to get, I think it was volume 7 or 8. It's physically impossible to get hold of it without paying through the nose for it. And I was like, well, I think it cost me 60 quid for volumes 1 to 10, which is a really good price, because you can pay anything up to 11 quid. You can pay anything between like 5 and 11 quid for a volume of Dreaming Sun. So I bought all 10 for 60 quid. I can just sell 1 to 5. So I'm not mad about it. And I'm buzzing. So now I've gone and bought all of the current volumes of Witch Hat Talia so that I can binge it, because I'm really enjoying this series. So 4 stars for this one. I haven't run it through Corpal yet, but I reckon it's going to be 4 stars for that one. So that was book number 8, and I reckon we do another spin for book number 9. So let's go ahead and do that. Magical. I could go for another volume of Witch Hat Talia, but I feel like I should be picking up something different. I think I'm home for the day. I'm fairly certain me and Andy don't have any plans, so okay, I was looking for a book. So Magical was the prompt, and I have decided to go for The Bewitching of Evelyn Jones by Phil Hicks. It's about time I picked this bloody book up, because I've been meaning to for ages. And then I can read the last one for final book next month, which is great news. So we're going to be picking this one up. This is Turn on Your Torches and Join Evelyn Jones. Evelyn is thrilled when she discovers that the holiday cottage her mum has rented for the summer is beside a stone circle. Thousands of years old, the local villagers refer to the ancient structure as witch stones, and Evelyn cannot wait to learn more about them. Then Evelyn meets Hazel, impossibly cool, mysterious yet friendly. Evelyn soon falls under Hazel's spell. In fact, Hazel is quite unlike anyone Evelyn has ever met before, but she can't work out why. Will Evelyn discover the truth about Hazel before it's too late? I assume there's magic in here on the basis that there's the witch stones and it's the bewitching of Evelyn Jones, so I'm going to say that counts. But yeah, it's not too long. I'm hoping I can get through it in a reasonable time. 254 pages. So this is the book I'm going to go for next, and I will give you an update when I have one for you.
What if the world had more of your smile? What if the wind could spread your love? What if your sweetness could reach everyone? There'd be no wars. Maybe the birds will sing about your heart. Maybe the trees will whisper the word. Maybe the sun will spread your joy to the ones who lost their hope. Fill my head with roses. I can't help but dream away. Standing on a field with you and flowers everywhere. Maybe there is a star with your name. One thing I know is that there should be. There is no one who has a heart as pure, no, not like yours. Dreaming of you. Dreaming of you.
I stopped filming like chatty clips because my vlog, I've already edited it up until just before the other spin that I've filmed, and it's 56 minutes long already. So it's 7:41 and I've come on to give you an update on my reading because sad times, guys. I'm absolutely devastated. I picked up the last tale of the Flower Bride by Roshni Chokshi. I had the audiobook from NetGalley, and I was really excited to find that the male narrator is Steve West, who is one of my favourite audiobook narrators. I really love his narration. I'm sure he does The Martian, and I fucking love that book, if you did not know, by Andy Weir. So was excited to pick this up, excited by the premise. It's been compared to the Mexican Gothic meets The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. Yes, I haven't read Mexican Gothic, but I'm very excited about the thought of it. So, but I loved Addie LaRue, which, ironically enough, I probably shouldn't have given the writing style, but I did, regardless. However, this one is a miss for me, unfortunately, and I'm completely gutted because look at how pretty this book is. I'm obsessed with it. It is a Fairy Loot edition, and I've gotten 88 pages in. I haven't gotten too far in, but 88 pages. And I've texted Jade because I wasn't sure whether or not it was just me or if it was the writing style. And I was like, am I being dumb, or is this writing style quite whimsy. Like, I'm 88 pages in, I've got no idea what's going on, I'm not gelling with the writing style. Like, should I just be putting this down temporarily or what? And she replied literally with yes. Like, not yes to me being dumb, but yes to the writing style. She really enjoyed this. She gave it 4 stars. But this is one thing that me and Jade actually kind of, she loves the whimsy of books. So the likes of The Starless Sea and The Night Circus and books like that, she loves, absolutely loves and adores. However, I do not. I don't like whimsy, lyrical writing. I'm not into those kind of prose. I don't like it at all. I don't gel with it. It makes me feel ridiculously stupid. So I am not enjoying this on the basis that it's got whimsy writing. So unfortunately for me, 100% for me, because this book is beautiful and I really want it to stay on my shelves, but it no longer can because space, and also I don't enjoy the book. I am going to be DNFing this one and I'm really sad about it. So that's a shame. I also feel like this has been pitched quite differently to what the actual story is. So this is pitched about a man and a woman and their marriage and the secrets he's trying to unfold about her. Now, he is nameless. He's just in as the groomsman and the bridegroom, and she is Indigo. And it turns out that the story is a little bit different than that. It's actually more to do with Indigo and a friend that she has, had in the past, and telling you that story, which I assume in the end will mean that this is the secret that he uncovers. I'm assuming it all ties in the end, and Jade did say that his part to play in this is very vital. So yeah, I'm just absolutely gutted. I'm so gutted, because she was like, this is a book that stayed with me for a while. It had me like spinning, and I just can't stop thinking about it. You know what, I was just editing a vlog. Sorry, I got entirely distracted then, which is not unheard of. But I was editing my vlog earlier and I couldn't figure out why there was a piece of black sticking out in the thing. It's my fucking lights on the bookshelf. Figured it out now. What was I saying? Yeah, so it makes sense that she would gel with it and I would not. I'm really sad about it because it's such a beautiful book, but it is what it is. So I am back in my bedroom because that's where my graphic novels and manga are, and I think I want to go back to that now. I've had enough of like novel reading. Does that make any sense? I've had enough of that rubbish now. It's not rubbish at all. I fucking love reading books. But don't know why I need to clarify that. I have a booktube channel, it's my job. I think tomorrow I'm going out for lunch with Andy, and then in the evening obviously I'm watching What If with my patrons. I've already mentioned that. So I don't want something too long, so let's spin and find out what we get. It's real fucking helpful, thank you. Oh, that's got a foiled cover. Well, it's not completely foiled, but there is bits of foil on it. That would work. Alright, we're going to do another and then I'll tell you what I've picked. Ah, adventure. Nice. Do I continue with Witch Hat Talia? Or do I pick up the Adventure Zone? Run into the danger zone. I think. Oh, I also have this though too. Don't know if this is classified as an adventure though. That's how I quit Butchers. Suspense. So no. No. Right, okay. So for the foiled book, I have gone for Black Paradox by Junji Ito. I don't know if you can see this, but Black Paradox I'm telling you now, it's foiled, and so is Junji Ito's name. It is foiled, I'm telling you now. This, I assume, is a horror book. 4 people intent on killing themselves meet through the suicide website Black Paradox. Maruso, a nurse who despairs about the future. Taburo, a man who is tortured by his doppelganger. Pai Tan, an engineer with his own robot clone. And Barachi, a woman who agonises about the birthmark on her face. They wander together in search of the perfect death, fatefully opening a door that leads them to a rather bizarre destiny. It's not too long, so that's why I span for another one, and we got adventure, so I am going to go for Witch Hat Talia Volume 4. I know this is a little bit boring now for you, but not for me. So I did and ah about whether or not to pick the next Adventures on Trains book. I really want to pick up Safari, something to do with, is it Murder on Safari Star or something? But I just don't think I'll get it finished in time. So we're going to go for Witch Hat Talia because I'm going to be out for a good portion of the day tomorrow, I reckon. So I need something that's going to be like quick and easy to get through. So I reckon these 2 might be my last 2. So this is going to be, well, finished, because this was book 10, but I've DNF'd it. So, I mean, book 11 and 12, or book 10 and 11, depends on how you look at it. So I'm going to pick these 2. This has been a very long clip again. This vlog is already very long. I'm not sorry. Look, hopefully the last clip you'll see of me is the wrap up tomorrow. Hi team, it is currently Sunday. I am about to go out for the day, and then I've got the watch along later. So I might as well wrap this up now because I'm not going to get anything more read. But I did do pretty well for this readathon. I'm really proud of myself. I managed to finish a total of 10 books. I didn't finish that last book that I spun for last night, but I did manage to finish a total of 10 books. I have left the last tale of the Flower Bride in here, and I'm very quickly just going to run through these. I am aware as well that I don't think I wrapped up Witch Hat Talia Volume 3 or Evelyn Jones for you either, so I will very quickly do that as well. I have read a total of 2,327 pages, so I will be donating I'm going to do £24 to the Polar Bear charity for Jade's readathon for this readathon. Struggles. So the first book that I did finish, struggles, come on, there's too many books. The first book that I did finish was Winter House by Ben Gutterson. I really enjoyed this. I had a good time with it, and I can't wait to continue with the rest of the series. I did give it 4 stars. Then I did finish Echo North by Joanna Ruth Mayer. I'm so excited to carry on reading more East of the Sun, West of the Moon retellings, because I enjoyed this so much. I gave it 5 stars. It was a very good read, and I really had a great time. So very excited to read more retellings, and I also have the second one in this series as well. So looking forward to picking that one up as well. Then I did read The White Fox by Jackie Morris. I don't own a physical copy of this because I read Jade's, but I'll leave a picture of it on here. Again, gave this 5 stars. This was absolutely beautiful. Loved the illustrations, and on that basis, combined with Echo North, I'm really looking forward to picking up East of the Sun, West of the Moon by Jackie Morris, because it will combine the illustrations that are the same style in White Fox and the story, the retelling of East of the Sun, West of the Moon. So I'm really looking forward to picking that one up. Then I did pick up The Way Past Winter by Karen Millwood Hargreave. I enjoyed this. I had a good time with it. I didn't enjoy it as much as I enjoyed the other books. Of course, my battery's dying. Let's see if I can get through this before it dies. But I gave this one 3 stars. I did read Nordic Tales. I only had a few left to read for this one, but I am counting the full page count for the readathon so that I can give more money. I gave this one 3 stars. My favourite story of this one obviously was East of the Sun, West of the Moon, and I had a good time with it. Then I did pick up Clementine by Tilly Walden. I had a great time with this one. I gave it 3 stars. I just found that the illustration style was not 100% for me. It wasn't even close to 100% for me. I think it could have been a little bit neater and shown a little bit more, but overall I did really enjoy the story. I then did read Witch Hat Talia Volume 2, and I gave this one 4 stars. I absolutely love this series. I don't know what else to tell you. Then I read Witch Hat Talia, oh, wrong way round. Then I read Witch Hat Talia Volume 3. I continued on with Witch Hat Talia. Really enjoyed this one as well. Gave it 4 stars, having a good time with the series. I did read The Bewitching of Evelyn Jones by Phil Hicks, and I gave this one 5 stars. I love this series, it's fantastic. I loved being back with Evelyn and also Harold, her friend. And I just think that it's such a good atmospheric series, and if you're looking for a spooky middle grade series to read around October or spooky season in general, I would 100% recommend this series. It's really, really good. Then I did try The Last Tale of the Flower Bride by Roshni Chokshi, but I did end up DNFing this one at around about the 88 page mark. The writing style just wasn't for me, and I'm not surprised, to be perfectly honest, neither's Jade. So I did DNF this one. Okay, some time has passed, sorry about that. My battery died and I couldn't be bothered to go and get my other one before I was leaving to go out, so I've been out, I've been fed, I'm now home again, it's still Sunday. And I've gotten changed because I want to be comfy for the watch along. But I was saying that my 10th and final book was Black Paradox by Junji Ito. I haven't rated this yet because this was wildly fucked up and I'm still thinking about it. So hopefully I'll have rated it by the time I come to edit this, but I will leave the rating here. But this was about 4 different people basically meeting on a suicide web chat thing. And they come together in person to basically go and unalive themselves. Very, very strange situation, very bizarre. However, things don't quite go to plan because of other things that are in place. So it's very strange things like parallel universe things. There is an element of parallel universes in here, but also situation like one of the main characters has got a robot clone, the other one has met his doppelganger, and they just have bad feelings about the situation. So their plan to unalive themselves kind of goes a little bit haywire and other things come into play, and it's just so bizarre. I would not recommend picking up Junji Ito's books if you are not good with body horror and also spirals. And you know that fear of like circles, what's it called? Triphobia. You know, like clusters of things that make it look like it's eyes or whatever. If you're terrified of that as well, I would not recommend certainly this one, but I wouldn't recommend Junji Ito's manga in general. He's very much so into his body horror and spirals and the thing that triggers triphobia, so I wouldn't pick them up if you are averse to any of those. But otherwise I do enjoy his manga. They really fuck with your head and they have you think in a certain way about things, and yeah, this one was especially dark, so just be careful with that going in. But again, I'll put my rating on here if you are interested. I did not get to the last one which I spun for, which was Witch Hat Talia Volume 4. I could force myself through it now, but I don't really want to do that, so because it is only 4:45 and my live show doesn't start till 7:20. But I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to force myself through it just for the sake of doing it. So this was everything I read, minus The Last Tale of the Flower Bride, because I did DNF that, but I got 88 pages in, and also The White Fox, which was 84 pages. So yeah, I feel like I did really, really well for this Polarthon. I think it helped that I haven't had that much time at home this week, because I was at Jade's till Tuesday and then I was at Andy's till Thursday morning, but I was home then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then this morning. So I did get a bit more time on the weekend at home than I normally do, mainly because I was ill on Friday and he's been ill all week, and he didn't want me catching it or keeping me awake. So it is what it is. But yeah, I feel like I've done really well for the Polar Bears and I'm very proud of myself. It's not as much as I managed last year, but I'm proud of myself regardless, and I'm happy to donate that money to the charity. If you would like to know more about what this readathon is about and stuff, I will leave a link to the announcement video in the description box down below, where all of the links will be in Jade's description box, for the charity that she's donating to help save the polar bears. And not only that, but other places where you can, if you would like to support. We have a Redbubble shop where you can buy Polarthon merch, but we also sell bookmarks on our Daisy and Bee website, and 20% of all the Polarthon bookmarks does go to this charity. So If you're interested in helping in any way, shape or form, please feel free to go and check that out. But yeah, thanks again to Jade for hosting this one this year. I know she loves to do it every single year, and I think that she really knocked it out of the park with it this year, and I had a blast, and it was so nice to start Polarthon week off with her. That feels like a lifetime ago now. I don't know why, but this week feels like it's gone on and on and on. It's so bizarre. But yeah, I hope you have enjoyed, and I know this is a long one. I'm not sorry about it. I do hope you enjoy. But chat to me in the comments down below. If you got to the end of this video, do leave a polarish emoji, whether it be a snowflake or a polar bear, something similar. And I shall see you in the next video. Bye for now.